In this video, we're gonna be talking all about this guy right here, the Canon SL2, and whether or not this is the right camera for you. Coming up, I'm gonna give you my top 3 reasons why I believe this is the best beginner camera for both video and photo. All right, how is everyone doing? My name is Mike Amsel and welcome back to the channel. If you're new and this is your first time, welcome. Today, I'm really excited to be sharing with you guys all about this camera right here, the Canon SL2, also known as the 200D International. Now, I'm really excited just to dive into this camera and go over the reasons why I think this is the best camera for anybody who is beginning to get into video and photo. Now, caveat with that, just because I say that this is a beginner camera, I mean that it's a beginner camera because it's really easy to learn. This is the camera that I've shot on now for about the last year. I've learned everything that I know. I have learned mainly using this camera. But with that being said, the features and really just the image quality that is in this camera is for much beyond just a beginner. So even if you wouldn't consider yourself a beginner, stick around because maybe this is the right camera for you. All right, so let's just dive right into it. I don't want to waste anybody's time. My top 3 reasons, starting with number 1, is the price. At the time of this video, this camera is coming in at $550 US, brand new, body only. But you can also find this camera on Canon's refurbished website for about $400 to $450. So anywhere from $400 up to about $550, you're going to be able to find this camera. And if you're anything like me, you might not have all the money in the world to be spending on cameras and equipment and gear. And so finding a really nice, affordable option like this is huge. Now, don't get me wrong, $500 is still a decent amount of money, but in the world that we live in today, $500 for a quality camera, honestly, that's an incredible deal. And the money that you are saving in the camera body, maybe you could use that and invest it into a nice lens or maybe a gimbal or some other pieces of equipment that you would find necessary for whatever work that you're doing. Okay, reason number 2 is the image quality. Now, you may not know this about the Canon SL2, but Canon actually took the exact same image sensor that we find in the Canon 80D, which is a camera that goes for a little bit above $1,000. They took the exact same sensor from that camera and they put it in this one. So what does that mean? Basically, you're going to get very close to, if not the exact same image quality in a $500 camera that you would find in a camera that goes for over $1,000. When you use this thing to its fullest potential, the amount of quality that you can get from it, in my opinion, is mind-blowing. I've had a ton of people either comment or just say to me, hey, what camera are you using? And I tell them, I'm using the Canon SL2. Most people don't believe that because the image quality that you can get from this thing is far beyond the price point that you find it. Now, is it the best image quality in the world? No, by no means. However, I will say this, I've used this camera for professional work and the people have always been happy with the results that they've gotten. And as you learn to use this camera and as you just get better at honing in your craft, I can promise you the image quality on this thing is going to be great for almost all the work that you need to do. All right, moving on to my 3rd and final reason why this is the best camera for anybody who is beginning is the versatility of this thing. Now, the first thing that you will notice once you pick this camera up is the size and the weight. It is really small and it is really light. And if I remember correctly, I believe Canon said that when they released this camera, it was the world's smallest DSLR, which if you are somebody who travels a lot or you're out and about, you're run and gun, this is gonna be your new best friend because you can take it with you anywhere. It can fit in just about any bag or backpack. I mean, to be honest, you could probably fit this in your pocket without the lens or something like that. But this thing is awesome for just about any environment that you're going to get in. Hey, flip LCD screen. I don't know why every single camera doesn't come with this, but this one does. So if you're a vlogger, this is amazing. And one thing that I really appreciate about this camera with the size of it is when I'm out and about and I'm going into a business or a store and I'm using this camera, it's small enough to where it doesn't draw a lot of attention to myself, which is great because, if you go into a business or a store or shop or whatever, and you come in with a big old camera, more often than not, they're gonna tell you, hey, no pictures, no video, whatever, or they'll just ask you to straight up leave, depending on where you're at. So the fact that this doesn't draw a lot of attention to myself is a real big bonus for me. All right, and there you have it. Those are my reasons for why this is the best beginner camera. Now, a quick recap. Is this the camera to end all cameras? No, and I would never say that. However, I will say this, if you are a beginner, or even if you wouldn't consider yourself a beginner, if you're looking to invest some money, but you don't have the biggest budget, but you still want a nice quality camera, this thing is a beast. And you can go ahead and check out some of the other videos that are on my channel. Pretty much every video that I've shot up to this point has been used with the Canon SL2. So go ahead and check some of those out. It'll give you, a good idea about the image quality and just all the stuff that I talked about for this camera. So anyways, with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope it helped you. If it did, I would love to hear your feedback. Hit that like button, leave a comment, just let me know what you guys are thinking. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.